Okay, hello, hello, welcome. Time to paint. I don't know how far is the mic. Maybe I need to put it a little closer. I think that should be fine. For the most part. How's it going with you? Greetings. Okay, where was I? I gotta name the layers. This one is that might be because I'm talking very low. Not necessarily because it's low. I think it should be fine if I speak louder. There we go. Got you. What else? What is this? Oh yeah, that's the... Okay. This is here. Alright, I think I named all the layers. Hello Mia, hello, hello, welcome. Oh, thanks. I think I did kind of get her how I kind of want to. Not yet fully, but it's getting there slowly. You know. It's like this. Very sleepy, huh? Long day. Or just bedtime time. Bedtime time. What's this? The GM. Wait, I don't know what you mean by that. Background music? Oh, it's just some random thing. If that's what you mean, it's just some random thing that plays. Nothing very specific. There's gotta be the regular ones I also have, but these are like they've been on for a while. I didn't know they were that loud. They're usually very quiet to hear. Yeah, I figured. Just took me a second because I was like, I figured it was background, but I didn't figure out right away it was music for some reason. I don't know why. I was thinking in terms of my art background. Lips still the worst part of my life. Those just don't make sense, man. Nobody can convince me otherwise. What are you doing? What are you guys up to, you know? Aside from, you know, chilling with me. Here's the regular scheduled programming of music. Sure you heard this one before. I don't really have a topic to talk about today. Brain smooth and empty. No thoughts in it. Do y'all got a topic? Just trying to figure out these lips, man. The struggle is real. I don't know why lips themselves are so difficult. I don't know why. I don't understand. What is it about them? Oh yeah, the grind with the gotchas. That's right. I think that's probably why I'd never get into gotchas, because like they're too grindy. Like I know a lot of them have like an automatic system where the game grinds for you, but then like, are you really playing the game? Or is the game playing itself, you know? I mean, aside from the fact that not a lot of content or anything related to gachas really, you know, created for me. But like if it was, you know. If some of it like piqued my interest or something. Yeah, I watched a little bit of Kanae, if that's how you say that. The male VTuber guy. And I think he's kind of entertaining. I can see the appeal. Kind of like very animated, I guess. Because Shibuya's really... I mean, he has funny moments and entertaining moments, but he's mostly... I mean, obviously I don't even understand half the things, so, you know, take this with a massive grain of, like, salt. Well, not grain, like, just pour a bunch of salt on it. He just seems more, I don't know, focused on the game most of the time, in a sense where it's not very, I don't know how to describe this, not very reaction based, I guess, in a way. Bro, this sounds really weird. I don't know how to explain it, because he does, you know, have reactions that are and reacts to things that happen, and it's pretty funny and a lot of the time. But I guess in comparison to Kanae, he's just a lot more VTubery. If that makes sense. Like they a little bit more exaggerated. I'm just drawing comparisons. I'm not saying one is better or worse, by the way. I'm just saying. In comparison to how, you know, I just watched both of them today. I mean, I don't think I like Shiba as adult model. It's really nice. Whoever made it, I think it looks really nice. The Shota one is a little more like never mind, you know, like it's, I don't know, it looks, I'm not that fond of how the younger version looks. I don't think it looks bad, by the way. That's not what I'm trying to say. I don't think it looks bad. Just, it's not really to my taste of what I would classify as really cute or interesting or eye-catching or something along those lines, right? Doesn't really hit any of those for me. But the older version is really nice. I think it has like a cape and it's really nice. I like the older version. Yeah, I mean, I think I might probably watch some more kind of videos to see. I watched some of that blue-haired kid that I forgot the name of that also did Apex. I watched a little bit of him, but he has 9-hour streams. Jesus Christ, bro, that's a lot of damage. That's a long ass stream. I'm just saying. I wonder how he does it, you know, like how do you, like I can understand going for 3 or 4 hours. I think I have like a few streams where I also stream for about 3 hours. But 9 hours, bro, that's a lot. I mean, remarkable endurance, I think. That's a lot of endurance. Shading. Right, like I mean, generally, from my understanding with the live streams, it doesn't matter. It's not like for the viewer, it's not really important how long it is, because like the longer it is, they can be like, if they're busy, they can just tune back in later, and be like, okay, now I wanna watch a little bit more again, and then I gotta do this thing, so I'm gonna do that, and I'll come back and then watch again. You know, for them, I think it's a good thing. You know, so I get that. Like what I'm trying to say is I understand the appeal. I understand why people like that. But I'm more on the streamer side, I guess, in a way. Like, damn, you can really just stream for that long. That's a lot. Like, I guess it's kind of different when you're just playing. Even playing for that long is a lot of time, right? But on top of it, you're also streaming. It just sounds very exhausting for me personally. Maybe it's not for them. I mean, if they can go for 9 hours, clearly they have the endurance for it, which is commendable. And pretty interesting, I think, that they can go for so long. This here is a little weird, but I think it's weird because it's in comparison to the uncolored lower body or whatever. So it looks a little off, but yeah. Maybe not natural enough, perhaps. I wonder. Maybe. But yeah, I wonder what is the majority of the audience for male VTubers. I wonder who makes up their audience, like statistically, you know. I need to know who watches. Like how many adults and men versus women watch and stuff like that. I think it'd be interesting to know. Alright, so for now I'm gonna leave it here. I'm probably gonna work more on it, but I'm going to go with the clothes because I want to put in at least some basic shapes in there before I figure out how I want to go about it. "24-hour plus streams? Jesus Christ. How do you even maintain viewership for that long? How does this work? What is this magic? She's a witch." Oh yeah, she also did that really, really long stream where she was jumping rope, right? That's the same VTuber, I think. Is it? The super energetic dog. Well, I mean, she certainly lives up to her VTuber avatar. I'll give her that. Never-ending energy. Yeah, Jesus. That's really impressive that she can just go on for that long. It's like, god damn. What are they feeding you? How? How do they even, like, how does her management even stop her? When she decides that she's just gonna do some. There's a little. That's not what I wanted to do. It's here. Maybe it would be better to go with this one. Yeah, I had this in my head. I kind of lost how I wanted to do it. I guess I'll just go with the basic one for now, and then with the basic thing I wanted to at the beginning, and then I'll fix it up, I guess, to how I wanted it to look. It's like a sweater. Yeah, I always was wondering, why is a sweater called a sweater? Is it because you sweat in it? Like, why is it called like that? What are the secrets of the sweater? The shape. Should probably go with this one with the shape as well. A little more defined. This one as well. Maybe this side a little bit. Coco recently did that 12-hour Apex stream to get 60 kills. Wasn't it? Wait, wasn't it 100 kills? Or she ended up at 60 kills? Or what was it again? Love the eyes. Oh, thanks. She had human eyes, but I remembered that the sketch had demon eyes, so I changed it to be correct. Okay. Maybe more smaller stripes? Yeah, well, thicker is nicer. It's fine. I'm gonna go with thick lines. Thick boy. I'm just gonna make him look nice. It was 60 and she ended up at 59. I see. I thought it was 100 because when you were talking about it, I think for some reason I thought it was 100. Probably mixed it up with something else. Damn, 12 hours, huh? Damn, that's a lot of damage. Like, can't end the stream until you get all the kills. That's pretty good though. Almost 60. I think you mentioned it stopped because there's like a limit on live streams for 12 hours on YouTube or something like that. Is that what you said? I don't know. I think you said something like that. Maybe I'm wrong. Just gonna clean this one up. Ah, right. Yeah, that's what you said, right. I wonder how long it would take Shibuya to get to 100, because he gets a lot of kills normally. So it's like, you'd have to like constantly get into fights, right? To get all that. I think when he was playing Arena, his KD was like 4 point something, maybe 4.8 or something like that for the Arena. Cause like you have different KDs for the Arena and for the Royale Battle Royale. So that was pretty cool, I think. But yeah, 12 hours, that's crazy, bro. How? Like, damn. How do you go on for 12 hours like that? Yeah, I guess I could make this go until the end. I was thinking of maybe having them like end there, but I think it might look better if I just set them free. This was like that. Yeah, I think originally it was supposed to be thinner stripes, but oh well. They're thick now. Alright. Man, I really rarely draw clothes or anything clothing related. Well, I mean, mainly because I draw many different things, but like, you know, clothes are just, I don't know, weird. clothes are weird, man. So for this one, I guess here, so we can go with the... Actually, would probably be darker for that, right? For those parts, it would be darker there. Just trying to think how to have this go. How this gonna work. And this one's on top, have lighter. Especially these ones facing the blue. So I guess we can make these more blue here, right? Maybe lighter. Okay, well, not that light. I meant it more. I meant it more as in I draw a lot of nature stuff as well. Clothes are just boring, bro. I don't care about clothes. You know, they're just boring. Like, they're not boring when people draw clothes and they look cool or whatever, but they're boring when I draw them because I don't care about clothes in that way, you know? Only people who like clothes care in it in that way and do it that way. Not me, though, unfortunately. It'd be nice. It'd be nice. I should probably do some clothes studies or something, yeah. Probably should. But I mean, the clothes are just boring, like either folds or whatever, you know. I don't care about folds. I don't care to learn this. But it is a gap in my knowledge, so I probably should learn it. I mean, oh, saturation. What do you mean by that? I'm confused. I am confusion. Trying to get a little bit of texture here because it's a sweater that you sweat in. Sweat glands. Yeah, anytime I want to like draw some cool clothes or interesting clothes or whatever, halfway through like drawing it, I'm like, I'm like bored, bro. So a lot of my characters have very simple clothes, or they have type of clothes that are like, I don't know, medieval-esque, or I don't know how to call that exactly. But yeah, because like that type of clothes is like interesting to me. So with that, or like, or I guess some certain game type clothes is also interesting. And it doesn't even look like I just like saturated colors. Yeah. Gotta gotta have some saturation in your life, right? With your brain being like, no saturation here. We only see fog and light and white. Which is still kind of baffling to me. Should add one over here. Is it this color? Let's assume it is. Add it there. Could add it up here as well. It'll be fine. Saturated colors are just too strong. Like, they can be nice, sometimes. But they're just too strong for the eyes, you know? Killing me. Killing me. I mean, obviously they don't kill you because you like them, but... I guess I mostly like when a painting is balanced. Where everything in a painting is balanced, which is basically Sweaty Pits. The hell? No, bro. No. No. Doesn't look like that when I fix it, bro. Does it? Like I didn't still finish working on it, man. Come on now. Why you do her like that? She doesn't even. Yeah, I mostly really like where in the painting everything is balanced, or seems balanced, but like consciously, but subconsciously we're mostly drawn to images where you have a focal point of some sort that is separate from the rest of what is happening in the image, and that's the whole science of painting, how to attract a viewer's eye to a subject of a painting. And a lot of times there's some paintings where there is not a specific subject, there's nothing, it's just a painting of like a place, there is no focal point, but usually if you give it to a tutor of some sort to critique it, or somebody else who also does art and can critique it, most of the time they're going to tell you to make something pop in the image, to draw the attention. In most human characters, it's usually the face. In landscapes, it's either a structure or the way you position the painting, or if you want to tell a story in the painting, you might add certain storytelling elements, and then like how to guide the eye of the viewer to certain elements in the painting and stuff like that, right? But while all of that is cool, I can't help when I'm doing art to just make everything the same. Like, well, not the same. I mean, like the whole painting is balanced. There's nothing. And every time I do try to make it something that would stand out, it's just, I don't know. I have to fight against my own instincts about it. If that makes sense, I mean, I don't know how much you can relate to that, Mia. It's like sometimes I have paintings where I like multiple parts of the painting, and I want a lot of the attention of the viewer to go to all of those parts of the painting, right? I don't want it to just go to maybe 2 or maximum 3. Sometimes you can make a triangle of some sort that would lead to whatever you want the viewer to look at, right? But sometimes that's not what I want. I want them to look at all of these little cute details that I made that I really like. Or sometimes I don't want them to look at that and they look at that. So, I guess it depends. But it's like a lot of times painting is just tricking the viewer into looking at a certain spot. And a lot of people are not going to look at the other places in the painting, which is like, come on, man, there's so many other things there. There's so many other things there. Which I find, yeah, I said what I said. I said what I said. I don't know how you feel about it as a consumer of art, Adeline. I think this is the top part. Yep. Okay, so this is the below. Okay. Now we're going into the fire in the hole to make it a little more. How light is that? Maybe a little too light, but the secondary is going to be fine. Considering focal parts are more important than the way media is consumed through scrolling past them, that doesn't mean you aren't allowed to put details there if you want for more keen viewers. It's just extra work that won't pay off commercially, but among our peers and other art appreciators, it would be nice. Fair enough. Fair enough. That is a good point. But like, I don't know. It's in a sense, it's kind of, I guess since art is very subjective. For me personally, sometimes I gotta look longer at a painting. It can be any type of painting. Doesn't really matter what exactly I'm looking at. And I'll see objectively how it's nice. However, I'll be like, okay, well, it's not really gonna pull my interest. And sometimes I can just see a painting, like just see it for a second or two, and I'll be like, oh my god, I absolutely love this, and I can't even point out what exactly I love about it, because sometimes I really like paintings that I don't normally would like, because there's a certain messiness to certain art types of, some certain way some people can paint, and most of the time I really don't like the messiness of it. I actively avoid looking at that type of art because I don't really like it, but there's a lot of artists that I do really like and that also do a lot of that messy type of art as well, right? So it's really weird, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I just want to talk about art. It doesn't like it. This conversation has no specific point. I'm just talking shit. I see, I see. I mean, I guess most people would probably think the way you think, Adeline. In a sense of like, most people do like. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong layer. Oops. In a sense of that most people do like both, like a lot of different types of art, but like they generally do. I guess most people probably do have a certain type of art that they really like. I mean, that's the whole point of following artists you like, because they produce art that you really like as well, right? But I guess it's just weird. Like there's certain types of things I'm bothered by, but then like some other artist does. I would say the exact same way, but they do it in a way that I'm like, well, it's messy, but it works so well that I don't mind that it's messy. I think it actually adds to it, which I kind of, in a weird way, really appreciate that kind of art, because maybe it's not the messiness that bothers me, but I can't pinpoint what is it that bothers me in these other artists, that, which obviously it doesn't matter that it bothers me. I'm just talking about my own tastes. It's, art is subjective. They're gonna create art that they enjoy creating, same as I create art that I enjoy creating, and somebody's gonna be like, God, that looks fucking garbage, or think it looks mediocre, or whatever they're gonna think. Like, I'm not trying to say that these type of artists are doing bad work, by the way. I just want to clear that up. That's not what I'm trying to say here. I'm just talking about my personal experience in experiencing and perceiving art. I think I already did it in previous streams anyway, but I always forget, bro. It's just so common. I'm sorry, I'll try to be more. Try not to do it. Just because I'm so used to it, you know? But yeah, art is weird, bro. and cool, I guess, but it's also weird. This definitely does not look like a sweater, but you know what? I don't mind it. But it doesn't look. I don't even know how it looks like. Looks a certain way, that's for sure. Very thick sweater. I probably should have had a reference image or something. Yeah, yeah, multiple times, yeah. Alright, good, good. Because if you did mind, I'd have to find it and, I don't know, bleep it or something. I don't even know how I cut out an audio or something. Damn, that'd be a lot of streams to rewatch just to see if I said it. That'd be a lot of work, to be honest. There's some like artists that draw art, yeah, again about the unfinished part. I don't know why that is something that's like a pet peeve of mine. Like when art looks unfinished, like it doesn't even have to be unfinished, it just looks very unfinished. I don't know why I'm so bothered by it. Which obviously people don't mind because they enjoy it, which is completely fine. Again, I'm just talking about my personal experience with experiencing others people's art. But then sometimes, like when something is too clean or too perfect or just, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it evokes any emotion out of me, I guess. So yeah, it's weird. Art's weird, bro. But like even with the clean art, for example, I think I prefer it over most messy art, I guess. I guess things like really realistic art is really cool technical wise. But I have a hard time appreciating it outside of that. Like technically it's really cool and like damn, they really did that. Jesus, wow, type of thing, But aside of that, it's like okay, it's just a highly rendered, you know, any type of pick any image, like a highly rendered face or something like that. I guess portraits in general, I don't really care about. I don't think I ever cared about too much about portraits that aren't like characters, that like just portraits of people, not like characters or fan arts, not like that, like just straight up most traditional like idea of a portrait you can imagine. That I don't know why, I just found them always so boring. and a lot of people do portrait art and they do it really well, obviously. But I'm like, bruh, I don't. I'm just like, okay. This just in, demon doesn't care about humans. Should we allow demonkind to persist in our society? Discuss right now. I mean, with digital art, I feel like I'm always experimenting. I'm always thinking of what else I want to try and stuff like that. While with traditional, I just have a way and a method of how I do things, and that's just how I do them. For these ones, let's see. In digital, I just still don't know what kind of, I guess, style or what I want to go for. Like how I want my art to look like. I still don't have a quite clear idea on that. So, just playing around, always playing around. Always experimenting. I mean, yeah, but like, traditional art is very forgiving. For example, with oils, since it doesn't dry, you can just like, you know, play around with it for as long as you want until you can, until you get the result you want. I mean, sure, sometimes you can get muddy colors, but you can just wipe it off. You wipe it off and you can start over. With acrylics, it's even easier because it's not. It's just like. Sorry, I just gotta group these things together real quick. Um. With acrylics, it's really easy. You can just paint over it, and it's even though there's no undo function, and sure you work more for, getting it right or whatever. It doesn't really impede your work process a lot. I guess most amount of damage you can do is mainly with watercolor, but like not even that really. Most of it is not that. Most of it is not really that unforgiving, especially like if you painted with them for a little while. And plus also with watercolor you have wash, which means you can just easily like clean up your mistakes. Oh wait, did I accidentally paint on this layer? But what digital is really good at is the speed of which you can create art, basically. I feel like that is the biggest advantage of digital over traditional, because like you don't have to clean your equipment, you don't have to prepare your equipment, you basically don't have to do anything. You just sit and draw. So that is, I feel like, the biggest advantage of digital art. Not the undo or whatever, that's like whatever. To me at least, it's not really a big thing that I think about. And obviously with digital, it feels easier to spot your mistakes as you're drawing or painting, and since you can easily flip the image, you can just be like, oh whoops, that face is really messy, and let me click the select tool and just twist it around. While in traditional art, obviously you would have to like erase that part and then redraw it. But if, for example, you already liked how you drew the eye or some part of the face, you just gotta flip it around and you're Gucci. Everything's good. Everything's good. So yeah, in that sense, digital art I feel like is forgiving, much more forgiving and better. Just the speed of the amount of art you can create. Like that. I mean, yeah. Even my most productive year with traditional art wasn't not nearly as close as how productive my year was when I was drawing a lot of traditional art. I mean, yeah, but like what I wanted to say with my initial thing is the undo is not really the greatest, like, how do I say, the greatest benefit to digital art. There's a bunch of others benefits to digital art which makes it more forgiving, but undo is very small part of it. Like, I mean, sure, it's nice, but like, there's so many other things that come into play that I feel personally come into play more and make it, more important. I mean, I guess a lot of people who are not artists or don't necessarily understand how digital art works, they think digital art is much easier. You still gotta do your stuff. I feel like it is easier, but not as much as people think. Because some people think, well, the program does the thing for you. This was on the Slayer. Yeah, that's true. That is also true. I mean, most people that I know like understand that traditional art is very messy, I guess. But they're like, "Oh, it's such a fun mess, bro." I I really personally do enjoy the process of traditional art, but setting everything up and washing it off later is actually a major reason why I procrastinate so many of my traditional projects, because it's like I as I really enjoy acrylics, right? I know I need to. Oh, I'm going to have to wash all my brushes later. I know that the mixing space that I use for it is going to it's going to get a bunch of color on it. That I'll have to wait to dry and then scrape off because it's acrylics, and like and then I have to set it up, and then it's a lot. And especially like if it's a big canvas, you gotta work. It feels it feels like it's a lot. Even though and a lot of people don't necessarily enjoy the process. I guess a lot of people who do traditional do enjoy the process because they'd probably move on to digital if they didn't enjoy the process. But there's still some things you don't enjoy. It's like I'm too fucking I'm not late. I always wash my brushes. I'm not lazy about it. I just like procrastinate doing things because I know I'll have to do that. It's not talent, it's just skill. Talent plays a part, obviously, but not really as much as people think it does. Majority of it is just skill. You know how much time I put into Apex? I put way more time into art, and I feel like I'm probably better at Apex than at art. Probably not, but sometimes it feels that way. But I guess I feel that way because I always experiment with art. I never like practice one thing continuously and then just to get good at this one thing, because I just don't like painting the same things all the time. I like variety, and that's why I constantly paint different things. Sometimes, obviously, I go back to things I painted before, or paint them for a time, and then like, okay, time to paint something else, and that's kind of how this happened. I didn't actually think I was ever gonna work more on this character at all whatsoever. She was in that work in progress folder, and I was like, I wanted to paint something, and I'm like, I guess I could, paint this a little bit. It's gonna be a quick paint. I was like, time to do a challenge. Time to paint this a harder way. Yep. See me, the dorky, cute, eccentric paint girl with some paint on her face, going through a quick montage and think so fun and games. Yeah. Ain't no fun and games, I'll tell you that. I mean, it's fun, but it ain't no games. It's quite fun. I mean, I think it's probably one of my most longest running interests that I've had in my life. Like out of anything that I've ever done, it's and liked doing. It's something that I keep coming back to do. So, hell yeah. I meant skilled as well as talented. Was not trying to imply otherwise. I know you have put many hours into art, and it definitely shows. Oh well, thanks. It'd be a problem if it didn't show. Oh my god, I felt really bad for laughing, but there was, I think I even posted it on the server. There was like a meme or something. I thought it was a meme account at first. I swear to God, it was like 1 year improvement. Oh wait, no, it was like 5 years improvement. It wasn't 1 year. It was 5 years improvement, and the art is almost identical, right? It barely improved, I guess, and I genuinely thought it was a meme account at first, and I felt bad for laughing. Feel bad now too, but I can't stop. Bro, listen, if I put 5 years into something and I didn't see any improvement, I'd literally give up on that. Like, I'd be like, this clearly is not working. This is not the same for me, bro. I'm done. This ain't what I'm doing anymore. But yeah, not to discourage anybody who's having trouble with their art, but I just thought that specific thing that I saw was kind of funny. I feel like that happens a lot with people who don't understand how to get better at art. But that's you have so many YouTube tutorials to teach you how to get better and stuff. You don't have to suffer in silence. And for the love of God, don't be like me and use reference images. I'm just very lazy, bro. And that's my detriment. Laziness. I'm like, do as I say, don't do as I do. Well, I guess it depends on the project. I do get a lot of reference images for my traditional landscapes. Just gotta. I guess it's kind of interesting that I stuck to art, because like there's a lot of I really liked for a time watching a lot of sculpting videos, and I was like, damn, I will really want to try sculpting. Seems really cool, but like I don't, how do I explain? I don't really care too much about sculpting necessarily. I just like making things. I just like creating things and then seeing the result. And then when the result is cool, be like, hell yeah, I did that. Who did that? I did that. Nobody else but me. With my own 2 hands. It's a new creation in this world. That, I mean, I only care about, but that doesn't matter. But yeah, I don't care about sculpting normally. Like, I wouldn't get a sculpture, like, ever. Not because I think they're ugly or anything of that. I think they're really cool. I just don't care about them. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm like, okay. Most of the sculptures serve the exact same purpose as a painting, right? To decorate a certain space. So that you can look at it and be like, damn, I really like that, and keep looking at it. But for some reason, for sculptures, I just don't get the same vibe as from paintings. And I've been trying to figure out why I feel that way about it, but I don't have a lot of luck trying to figure that out. But yeah, I do think sculpting is really cool. And I do want to try it one day at some point. When I'm willing to do it. I mean, I also tried animation, and I want to, like, do some more small animated things. But animation is also, like, one of those things where is very, very repetitive. Um, for it doesn't feel like the reward is that great in terms of creating things, you know, because like if I make art to enjoy the both the creation process and like the end process of being hell yeah I created something, animation doesn't give it enough of that for the amount of effort put into it. Like the reward is not great enough for my brain. I don't know how you feel about it, Mia, because I know you also make animations as well. Because you're okay, okay. This, that reminded me. That kind of relates to anime sculptures and people who collect anime sculptures. I have a really hard time understanding that. Like, on one hand, I completely understand it's some sort of fan art of your favorite anime or anime character, and you just enjoy looking at them. But to me, it's like, damn, that's just taking up space. And I don't know why I feel that way about it. Because, I don't know, for painting, it's like, it doesn't take up space because it's on the wall, and you're not, you're gonna put a painting where you don't have anything on the wall, so now your wall looks nice. But with sculptures, they specifically take up space around you, especially anime figurines. Which I don't know. Again, I don't know why I think about it that way because it makes no sense. Like, people just like this anime figure and they're gonna buy it so they can look at it every day and enjoy this anime sculpture or any sculpture for that matter. And that's it. It's not that deep. People just enjoy it and that's why they like it and everything. I just don't understand why I'm like, bruh. But the space though. I wanna waste the space, bro. Yeah, this may be looking weird. I don't know how to fix it. Wait, what? Ooh, what's the giant anime figure in the middle of her dining table so she has to move it every time? That's funny. Never. That would never happen. Damn, these pants kind of look bad, but whatever. Oh. Should give it a little spice. Oh, I should take a darker color. Give her a little more 3D looks over the 2D ones. No. No. I don't think it gets in the way. That's not, that's not what I think. I think it just occupies space for no reason. Like, it takes away space. Like, even if you're not using space, having a figurine there takes away that space. Which, again, I understand it makes no sense, but that's just how my brain feels about it. Because, like, if I had an anime figurine, I'd be like, damn, I could have put something else there. Like, I don't know, anything. Anything. Again, it doesn't make sense because I know it's like, it's just a figurine, and if you have space that you're not using, you decorate the space, right? It makes perfect sense in theory, but for some reason in my brain it's like, bruh, you really gonna put that there, huh? Gonna waste all that space for what? And for what? For an anime girl? Classic ornaments? What kind of classic ornaments? Mm. What goes into classic ornaments? Mm. Photos, candle holders, flowers. Photos are like just put them on a wall type of thing. Like, why would you have them? Again, they take up space. Just put them on a wall. You know, on a wall they don't take up space because you don't have a shelf. Like, if you have a dedicated shelf, again, I feel that takes. I don't know why I feel it takes up space. I just do. Candle holders, useless. Why would you have a candle holder? Flowers, I don't feel any type of way about flowers. Okay, this is how I feel about flowers. I actually do have a way I feel about flowers. So, usually you have window sills that are big enough to hold flowers, or at least my house has. I know some other houses have too. Pretty sure not every house has it, but you know, good enough. Where you put flowers, but like those like flowers with pots, right? Not like those flowers in vases that die in like 3 days or something. Not those. Like actual nice flowers, basically. I don't mind those. Can't you just throw them away? But flowers are so pretty. Can't you just throw away what? What are we throwing away? Oh wait, you're awake. What the hell? Wait, why are you awake? What's going on? What is happening? Like, plants in the house, I'm like, hell yeah. Because I really like nature, so plants in the house is like, yes. Plants are nice. And I don't consider them a waste of space, basically. I think that answers the question. Oh, wait, where's... Oh, it's here. Oh, I see. Why can't you sleep? Wouldn't you be already asleep by this point? Right. Oh, that's that. Darker, bluer. Like, flowers are nice, yeah, but like, not the dead flowers. You know, they're not nice. They're just like, they're gonna die in 2 days. Like, what's the point of that, you know? But plants, or well, plants in pots, or flowers in pots, or, you know, in flowers in any shape or form where they're gonna survive more than 2 days. That's nice. You know. It's nice. Flowers that were preserved? I don't know. What are you gonna do with the flowers that are preserved? What do you do with them? I had some preserved flowers that were encased in like a picture frame, but I put that on the wall. I mean, I'm not gonna keep them, you know. Oh, well, yeah, but that's not, that doesn't really, it's not a, how do I explain this? It doesn't go anywhere to take up space. Like, it's kind of like a book. It just, you put it in your home library and there that just sits there. I don't know. What would you do with it? Just buy fake. Listen, I know you hate flowers. Silence, nature hater. Stay in your lane. Oh, where's mine? There it is. Books have no mass. What do you mean by that? Like, if you mean that they take up space, they do take up space, but you can use books continuously, like all the time, whenever you want. Just go and get a book, you know? You can always use books, but you certainly can't really use pictures. Unless you use them in ways, I don't know. Yes, she has freckles. Here you go. You can see them. I mean, I don't care much for, like, okay, I do still have my university herbariums that we had to have or do for my classes. And because of all the trouble I went through getting all these plants, there's over 200, right, plants, and the fact that I had to learn them all, and there's just a lot of effort involved into getting these plants that I kept this herbarium. But any herbarium that I had from like my middle school or whatever, I'd thrown them all away. How would you use? I don't know. What do you think? How do you use books? You either read them occasionally or frequently, or you kill bugs with them. I usually kill bugs with them, or if I have to, I read them. So there you go. That's how you use books. You're the humans here. You guys should know how book reading goes. Pictures are there for visual remembrance. Photos are very important in my humble opinion, even if this camera shy of people. I mean, a lot of books are not that expensive. At least the books I have. So it's like, just pick one book and that you have that's dedicated for the bug killing, and you good. I understand that, Adeline, by the way. And I mean, yeah, I agree with that. I have a bunch of pictures on my phone, a bunch of random things, because it's like nice to look back onto and think about. And also have a lot of pictures of family in like picture albums, but having them like on the table is what I'm like, okay, you know, it's just taking up space. But as I said, if it's on the wall, then it's fine for my brain. But if the only thing the issue I have with pictures is if it's on the table, and I don't know why. I'm like, why? Get that shit away from me. That's not me saying that I think people who do that are dumb in any way, bro. I'm just like, my brain's weird about it. I just feel like that space can be used for anything else aside from the picture. You know, basically that. Book reading, I only know of book listening. Do you even do book listening? There are cultured men who just fill houses with anime fiction. Yeah. Mia mentioned that with the anime figures. And yeah, I don't really understand that either. That goes in the same lane, even if it's not family. But yeah, again, if it's on the wall, doesn't take up space. Not on the wall, feels like it takes up space. But yeah, I don't have a problem with like picture albums. I'm like, all right, that's cool. I wouldn't like tell somebody to remove, like if I shared a living space with somebody, I wouldn't tell them to remove pictures because I'm like, damn, that's taking up space. Unless I really actually needed to use the space. That's just how I feel about it. You know, that is just the vibe. And my brain is like, bruh. What would you put in your ideal house? And no, it's not me before you say. Pick of Lily, ideal room is the one in Discord. Wait, which one? Wait, hold up, what? Is that the one in Discord? Wait, which one, bro? I don't even know. I don't know which one you're referring to. Keep trying to remember which one. Did you post it? Do I need to go to Discord? Give me a second. Oh. Oh my god, okay. No, no, no. No, my room is actually pretty cluttered, with things. And I try to remove things every day, but yeah, it's mostly just a lot of my university books, some paintings that I didn't put on the wall yet. One flower, one plant that's fighting for survival. It's not fighting for survival, it's just stagnant. It's in this state for a while now. Still not used to this environment. My toxic energy is killing it. Yeah, there's not. It's cluttered, but there's not a lot of things, I think. What would my ideal? I don't know. I don't know what my ideal would be. I never really thought about it. I just adapt my environment to my needs at the time. I don't really have an ideal idea in my head. I don't know, a space big enough to. I try to make my room to be as close as most comfortable for me as I could, but still there's some things that I would change. Maybe more space. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I don't know how to tell you that. Who do you know? Who do you know that has anime figurines on their desk? Good for them. It brings them joy. Good for them. I have a huge orc figurine that an amazing man gave me close to me right now. Nice. Very nice. Oh, this reminded me. When Dooku posted his desk, I think it was very cluttered. And I don't know why it bothered me, because my desk is also very cluttered. But my desk is cluttered because I keep taking things and then I leave them on the desk because there's enough space. And I just don't put them back until this, oh damn, there's so many things on my desk. Time to put everything back. And then slowly it accumulates again. My ideal wouldn't necessarily be a completely minimalistic place, by the way. I just don't know what it would be. It wouldn't be very cluttered, that's true, but it wouldn't be a completely empty space either. An idea to give you. Do I have hot sauce on my... No. Why would I have hot sauce on my desk? What the hell? Is this a keyword for something else? What do you mean by that? Hot sauce? What? What? Damn, this coloring of this kind of looking ugly as hell. Maybe. See, I'm not the only one with the desk that's a wreck. I do try to like clean it up regularly, but it's not very that regular, I guess. I just use a lot of things, and I'm too, I always want them to be close so I can just take them instead of having to get up and go get them. Even though my room is kind of small anyway, but yeah. I guess it's not that small, it's pretty big. But, yeah. This is the thing. What's your desk at home? There's a dining table there, right? But it's different when you're home, or is it the same? I thought, didn't you say you had a work desk at home? I'm just kind of experimenting with this arm. I'm not really quite sure how I want it to look. It's a condition at the moment. Just throwing the colors in there. Trying to figure out what I want it to look like. Alright, see you. I'm assuming you're going to sleep. You're waving away. Backcomet has a lot of anime figurines, games of all sorts, and Pokemon cards, and manga and books. A lot of empty Coke bottles. Oh. Damn, yeah. He grew a bunch of cultures in there. New life forms. Me at the biologist growing life forms from Coke bottles he left. He put a waving emoji, but I didn't see if he said he's going to go to sleep. I'm just assuming he is, because usually he, by this time, goes to sleep. Because, like, why did he put the waving then? Just cause? What's the waving for? Tell us. Tell us. Enlighten us. Oh. Is it? It has a little wave motion. That's why I think. Because the high five is usually like just a straight palm, but this one has those little lines at the side, which indicates as if it's a wave. What's it even called? Let me see. What's the name of this emote? Yeah, it says waving hand. So, yeah. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. So let me just go over this like this and then up, and then try this one. Alright, well, I think I have to work more on that arm or figure out how I want it to look like. Well, we did quite a bit of progress. With the shirt, with those legs. I also need to. I was thinking maybe of drawing like I'm drawing like a witchy staff. Well, originally it was just supposed to be a railing of something that she's leaning onto and holding the hand on, as you can see. But I was thinking maybe it would be cool to have a witchy staff or some sort, like she's a demon witch or something, you know? I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet what I want to do. Maybe it's just gonna be a railing. I don't know. Or maybe it could be, I don't know, a sword or something. I don't know. I'm very undecided currently on that one. Nah, I already had one last time I was doing it. I don't really wanna. I'm not really interested in adding that. I already have the fire one. Big. Yeah, but that would mean I would have to like do a lot more work to paint another character, which is not really you know. Is that your sleep fantasy? To get punched for the dirty desk? That she's like, damn, what are these all anime figurines? Are you a weeb? You know what weebs get? A mechanical arm in their jaw. Alright, well, I think this is about where I'm gonna end it for this one. I might finish this on my own, or maybe I'll stream it. I don't know yet. We'll see, we'll see. But that be it. I hope you guys sleep well and have a good evening and sleep. That wasn't where I was expecting. Wait, what does that mean? That sounds cryptic. Morning. Yeah, see you in the morning. Sleep well. I'ma play Apex. Alright. Thank you for watching. Bye.